Do flies have personalities? Like, anytime I have to deal with a fly, like a housefly in my home, they all seem to act different in small ways. Like, some flies are more aggressive and more persistent, and they'll hit you in the face a bunch of times, and they will be real annoying. But some flies are really passive and almost like pacifists. Though I guess flies probably don't have fists, they have little claws. But those flies are okay. I don't I don't mind those flies. I don't like bugs all that much. I've always been really afraid of most bugs because I'm very afraid of a lot of things. But I've never hated spiders for some reason. Like, I know spiders are probably the scariest of the bugs, or arachnids, I guess. But spiders have never really scared me all that much. Like, if I see a cockroach or a beetle flying at me really fast, I get really scared. But if I see a spider, even the spooky ones like the Black Widow coming around, it doesn't scare me all that much. And I don't know why, because I know some people that are really, really afraid of spiders. But some people are really, really afraid of a lot of things. I don't think I have any phobias like claustrophobia or arachnophobia. Like, I get uncomfortable when I'm tied up or when I'm in like a really small space, but I don't get like scary, screamy, crazy. And like, I'm afraid of heights, but like, I can deal with it for like roller coasters and going up elevators and stuff. But I've seen some people who, if you even just talk about something that they have a phobia of, then they just don't. They just don't want to. They're just nope. I think that's really interesting. I couldn't imagine being so afraid of something that if even the person that I was talking to just talked about it, then I wouldn't be able to talk to them. That's pretty wild. I'm really good at talking, I think. Or really bad at not talking, I guess. Which is pretty interesting. Because I know a lot of people who aren't that good at talking, and they ask me, they say, Anduke, how are you so good at just talking and having conversations with people? And then I don't know what to tell them, because how do you explain to someone who that doesn't know how something is that that's just the way that you are? Like, I just am good at talking, I guess. I just can start conversations and just talk about snails or something for a long time. That's just who I am. I think that's why I like this video game that I'm playing right now so much. Because other video games that require like actual skill, I'm not very good at. I'm not very good at building in Minecraft. I can't get a victory royale in Fall Guys. I can't get the 360 no scopes on Call of Duty. But this game right here, this video game, this is a social video game. And there's really no way to win, but if a video game is classified as a social video game, then I think the best way to do good at that video game is to be someone who's social. So maybe I'm good at this video game because I'm good at being social. That doesn't really make much sense, I think, but sometimes we have to tell ourselves things to ourselves that doesn't make very much sense just to sort of help yourself sleep at night. And I don't mean lying to yourself, I mean stretching the truth in your favor, I guess. Because lying is bad. Lying is a crime to yourself. But if you're just trying to convince yourself of something, then is that still okay? Or is it still lying? I hate when people who are super convincing convince me to do things that I don't want to do. But not in like a mean way, like a peer pressure sort of way. In more of a like, I don't like people telling me what to do because I don't like being told what to do. Like, this audio in this world actually just genuinely scared me. I thought somebody was walking towards the grass to me and I got kind of afraid. I don't want to look out that window anymore. I get afraid really easily. It's not good, but sometimes it's really fun to be scared. So when I'm playing a scary video game or watching a scary movie, I let myself be scared more. Because I never understood when you play like a scary video game or go to a haunted house at like a theme park, right? And then those people who like just kind of mess with the spooky people or like laugh at them. Like maybe that's their way of coping to the scary, but the way I see it, if I'm spending $60 on a scary video game, or if I'm spending 70 whatevers on a ticket to a spooky place, then if I'm not getting scared, am I wasting my money? When you buy a fun video game for with shooting things, and if you want to shoot things and have fun, but if you just buy the video game to not shoot things and just spin the guy around and not do anything, you're wasting your money. You're not using the video game for its intended purpose and you're not having fun because of it. So if you're buying a scary video game and you're not letting yourself get just even a little bit spooked, are you wasting your money? I'm not very good with money, to be honest. I spend a lot of money on a lot of dumb things that I don't really need. But usually I don't regret it because those things are still cool sometimes. I've been buying a lot of art of my character, this character, and my friends as well because I like seeing drawings of my friends. But I've also been buying a lot of video game stuff too. But I think most of that has to do with the fact that I don't have a job right now because of the plague. So I just kind of been filling the void of needing to do something with making these videos and buying art, which is pretty cool. It gives me purpose during this whole purposeless void of a time here in the world, which is fun. Before the collapse of society, I was gonna become a bartender. Like, I kind of was a bartender already, but just barely. And then the collapse happened, and the first thing to close was schools and bars. Because those are like the two publicest places in the world. So, right after I quit my old job to get a new job, my new job was canceled. So, I had no job. So I've been doing a whole lot of nothing. So then I had an idea to start YouTube videos. I didn't really think that it'd make any money, or if it does, it's not going to be for a very long time. But, like, it's fun. It gives me something to do. It gives me an excuse to talk in front of a camera for 45 minutes and then cut those 45 minutes down to like 6 and then post them. That's pretty cool. But I don't really plan on making like a big money out of this. I know I'm talking very like I know it's gonna happen. I probably won't, but if it does, great. But my goal with these silly videos isn't to get popular or get money or whatever. I just want to make my friends and whoever else laugh. That's my goal. It's always been my goal. Because unless you're an evil villain and you're telling your evil plan and you're laughing maniacally, you can't laugh without smiling. Even the littlest chuckle has a bit of a smile in it. Even maniacal laughter has a bit of a smile too, now that I think about it. So if I manage to make my friends laugh, then I'm almost guaranteeing to have been making them smile. And that's what I want. You know what they say, give a smile, get a smile. So if I'm making my friends smile, then I'm smiling. And that's all I really want. That's why I make these videos. That's why I act who I am. But I act a lot of ways, and I want a lot of things, and it's crazy. It's crazy to think that every single person in this video game and in the world has their own wants and desires and story. Like, every person that you pass by on your way to work in their car has their own story, their own life, and their own desires and loves and losses and heartbreaks. And that's crazy to think about. That is millions of stories that you'll never hear. And that kind of sucks. Because I want to know people's stories. I want to know, why are they happy? Why are they sad? Who hurt them? Who makes them happy? Can I help you be more happy? Hopefully I'm not going to hurt you. Like, I want to help people. I want to hear what makes them tick. I think that's really cool. I know there's a word for the realization that everybody in the world has their own life. I really don't like this, I'm really regretting picking this camping world to do this video in, because every once in a while, the audio for the fire is making really scary noises, and I don't know if the video's picking that up, but I am, and it's making me really nervous. Okay, I think we're okay now. Yeah. People having their own stories. I think I lost my train of thought. That's a funny phrase, I think. Train of thought. 'Cause, like, when you lose your train of thought, it normally happens subtly. Like, you're talking, then someone says a silly word, you chuckle, and then you don't know what you were talking about. You lost your train of thought, right? And I get that the metaphor or simile or whatever is that, like, the train was derailed, it's no longer going forward, yeah? But when trains derail, it's normally really chaotic and violent, with a lot of crashing, exploding, and boxes and stuff flying everywhere, yeah? Then, so, like, your thought train derailing and an actual train derailing are very different in how they derail. So I always wonder where that metaphor came from, or simile, whatever. Because wouldn't it be, you don't really misplace a train, like, where's it gonna go? Like, trains can only really go two directions. Huh. I wonder where a lot of the origins of a lot of the things that we say that don't actually, like, mean what they are come from. A lot of the colloquialisms and metaphors and similes and phrases and that we say as people. You know? Like, when you think about it, none of them really make any sense. Like, burning the bridges, or killing two stones with one bird, or turn a phrase, or just like a lot of things that I can't think of right now because I'm tired. It's really weird. But I guess it happens just like anything happens. One or two people said it, and then somebody heard it and thought it was cool, so they started saying it. And then another person heard it and thought it was cool, so they started saying it. And then a whole bunch of people started saying it. And yeah, I think that's kind of cool. It's interesting that people from different locations say different things, like have their own metaphors and stuff. I know that's called colloquialisms, which is just a big word that I like to say because it makes me sound smart. But what I always wondered is, why do accents exist? Like, why do accents exist? Why does people in this line of the world, this oblong circle triangle, whatever the country is shaped like, why do they sound different from the people on this island over here? Like, I understand how different languages exist because one person picked up a apple and was like, this is an apple, and that's what that was there. And then another guy in another type of the far part of the world picked up an apple and pointed at it and he said, pomme. And then they were French. Or, manzana, which I'm pretty sure is the word for apple in Spanish. Probably. But, like, I get that. I get that languages exist because that's just the mouth noises that people decided meant apple. But how do accents exist? Like, is it because of the language? Because if, let's say people in Mexico, they speak Mexican Spanish, right? Because I'm pretty sure it's different from Spain Spanish. And that's why people in Mexico have, a Mexican accent. And then people in, like, Russia, they have a Russian accent. But why do people in, like, the UK have an English accent? Because they're speaking English, but people in the States, they don't have an English accent. They just don't. Why is that? The people that came from the UK or whatever, England, when they colonized the States, didn't they still have their accents? So why did we lose them? And same for places like Australia. Why do Australians have, like, a whole different accent when they still speak English? They just speak upside down English. Why do they have an accent? Their language is still the same, except for all the made-up mumbo-jumbo words that they stick in there, like macas and cheese toasties. I wish I had a cool accent. I think accents are really cool. Like, I know I do technically have some semblance of a different dialect because I come from California, but all that really means is that I sound annoying and I say like too many times and all the time. I hope I don't sound like a... This world is real scary. I don't really want to be here anymore. There's little dingly lights going around, and I saw the dingle light look like it was moving closer when the spooky noise happened, so I think I'm gonna go to sleep, because this world is really spooky, and I'm getting really scared being here by myself, so I'm gonna go to bed, okay? Okay? Thanks for hanging out with me and staying up with me when I couldn't sleep. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. Sleep well.